live stream, I'm telling you.
Hi, Linda Ross-Hobbs, S.L. Rogers Bird, playing with art. We each have our own different way of doing things. I need to redo one page of Hide and Seek with Glue that actually I carried around too long in my book bag while I was working on it. Sherry is working on another She Reads Wolf, the third book. So she is actually doing that, and I am redoing a page that I accidentally ruined by carrying it too long in my book bag. So we each have our own way of doing things. It's all artists do. We're hoping that you kind of like our quirky attitude, but I don't know if Sherry's going to talk much. Contrary to what everyone thinks, we get along great. Well, everyone knows we get along great, but if you were around us laughing and joking and picking at each other, you might not think so, but I love her dearly. She's a great artist. And my niece, which is a double blessing. So, anyway, I'm more of a free style thing that goes into children's books. Yes, sometimes I look at it and think, that's a mistake. That has to be fixed, and it will. So that's what we're doing today. This is a practice run for us working together. We're hoping that we will be able to get our own YouTube page. Sherry has one. I do not. But that is the ultimate goal. Starting 4 years ago is when I started trying to get my books out on Amazon. And not on Amazon, but for the public. And it's worked great. So far, after only 4 years, we're making some headway. And we're very thankful. So, I just take it one step farther and see how we get with this. Thanks for your support. We have a lot of people that do support us, are behind us 100%, so we're thankful to you. And now, probably just end up picking on each other. And she'll say, that's not the way you're supposed to do that. And I'm like, I know, but the way it's going to work today. And I'll fix that problem. Because right now, this little tree has a knothole in it. Wasn't supposed to have, but because I'm a little bit nervous, now has a knothole. And it works. So the basic outline for my tree is coming together. And, of course, it's an older tree. So it has a few flaws, but after all, nothing in life is perfect. We all know that. I think sometimes photographers capture maybe almost the sense of perfect in certain things, like a good friend in Missouri. I'm amazed at her photography. She amazes me. But then I see that every day with people that do this. And so, do I do art the normal way? No, I do it my way, which I think is the way that everyone does. Everyone does it different. So, will these little green leaves stay this green? No, I don't think so. And I watch Sherry a lot. She has this infinite talent that just, actually she was just born with this amazing talent and has just started really chasing it and doing a lot with it. So, I'm amazed. And I think one of these days I will take an oil painting class, because so far I've worked in pencils. And I like that. I like the quirky art that goes with the little bunny books I do. The very detailed stems. And Sherry's is more like, if you saw the oils that she uses when she does oil paintings, they're amazing. You just, they are not like this. So, but anyway, we thought we'd let you see exactly who we are. This is a makeshift backdrop, and we won't stay long, but you kind of get the idea of how we do things together. And if we come to a point where we're like, no, I don't think that's the way it's going to be, she's like, but I think this is really the way it's supposed to be. And I'm like, no, that's not the way the book goes. And she's like, so, and I do the same thing to her. So,
she has a habit of telling me, that's not a good picture for little kids, because I'm putting a lot of detail in it. Well, little kids aren't dumb.
No, they're very intelligent. What she's working on now is For She Rides Wolf 3, which is basically a fairy tale stories of one day in a little girl's life in each season: summer, spring, fall, and winter. The one she's working on is for fall, and she has white corn, yellow corn.
No, blue corn.
Blue corn, I'm sorry.
Corn.
Blue corn and white corn. And a
squash and beans. Corn, squash, and beans in a basket. And then the equivalent of a Native American mortar and pestle, which is a big tree stump that's been hollowed, a tree that's been hollowed out. And then you have like a tree limb that you shape and use for the pounder, that you pound nuts and grains and stuff into a flour consistency or a cornmeal consistency.
And I think actually, I know that we will use this in the third book. So, of course,
I'm actually drawing this to go around the outside of the border page to where I can have a tree limb and, you know, just a hint of, so kids can get a little bit of an idea, because she writes the words and I help kids see the words.
I'm the dream weaver. That's the way I look at it. I love to tell the stories. I love to read the stories. Probably to read them, I think, is probably my most fun.
Yeah.
I think it is. Because the stories kind of write themselves. I have to tweak the words, but then when I can read them to children, and you and I have both seen it, they're looking at your art and they're like saying, how did you do that? And you're like, well,
You just do.
you just do.
Anybody can.
Anyone can. Anyone can. It just depends on how bad you want it. I only started doing this 4 years ago. I've wanted to do it all my whole life. So it's just a dream that we're both following. And this is our makeshift studio for the moment. We will improve it. So, anyway, this is pretty much, I think.
It's dry, it's got light, it's plenty good enough.
Alright. Well, this is going to be our first video together. I hope we make many, many more. And this is, I don't know how well you can see that, but that's the little tree I'm working on. And that's just a start. But anyway, I'm going to have to move, turn off this thing now, and hopefully streamed live.
I don't know if you can see that at all, but
that's what Sherry's working on. You can definitely see the difference in our styles. So, anyway, Linda Ross-Hobbs, S.L. Rogers Bird, and
have a great day and love your art.
Yes.